Hi there, it's Mare. I have a doll themed journal to share with you today. It is very girly, it is very chunky, and it is more of a book, a keepsake book, little areas for memos, tucks, and such, as most of my journals are. It's a biggie. So before I begin, I just let you know that some of the, if I can remember, I really try my hardest to. I put all the credits in the description box of places that I've purchased things from. Tags, just different things that I've used. I'm going to leave that in the description box below. Also, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. And leave a comment for me. Really appreciate it. It does encourage me and inspire me. So this is, like I said, this is a biggie, and here's a fair warning. If you do not like bling, if you do not like sparkle, glitter, and such, look away now. Just look away. Okay, look back. All right. This is 10 by 7 7/8 approximately, so it's a big one. Huge alligator mouth. You know how it is. I can't stop. Yep. Okay, so what else? I use Tyvex in the spine. Yeah, I reinforced the pages. Here's the cover again. I got this picture from a vintage, I'm going to try to stay straight and in frame, it's hard, from a vintage book. It has a whole coating of a glossy coat to make it look like a window, a shop window. These are the dolls I colored, did all the little embellishments. This is all glammed out, glitzed out, glassed out. Got lots of stuff in it. Same with this. I don't know if it's going to pick it up or not. Little glass beads. It says Village Antiques Doll Shoppe. Okay, just use some fabric here. I put these flowers on here, glossy accents, little sparkle, embellished here with little flowers. Made this stick pin. I made this from an ornament. Took all the things that they had on there, retwisted, silver leafed it, put my own beads on there, and I put it just on this clip. I thought it went well. So this is more of like a fancy doll shop, and just a little note that I will be doing the complete opposite of this one now. That's what I tend to do. I do a shabby one and then right to grunge, because that's what, I like both. I really do. But the next one will be a grungy book. Okay, this is on a clip. It is detachable. There are a lot of things in this book that you can take out if it's too chunky for you. On the spine, on the reinforced spine, I put some buttons, little pieces of fabric here, and I made this huge chunky charm. It does come off, which is easier to go through the book. But here it is, little candies, little sparkles. I made these little beads. Look at that little dress in there. And this here, doesn't it look like a sundae? Yes, that the idea was Happy Bird's glitter nest, I believe. She made these, and I just put my own spin on it. Added a few little different things on there. Little cute little ceramic owl on the back. But look at all those. I just love these little candies. And all these little beads. And I'm going to set this aside so we can go through it. The back is just the nice white fabric. I did put it on top of the cardboard because I made the book itself. It's a hard cover, but not extremely hard. Okay, I can't get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Okay. All right, let's get inside here. Just muslin is the closure. I did put this little book, so we're going to do this one first, just so I remember. Okay, put that aside. This is a little journal that has glossy accents and lots of little sparkle on her dress. This is from a paper doll book that I have taken apart to use many items in this journal. Just a little tie closure, little bead, little pink little pearlescent beads. Okay, open it up. This has a little flip over here, paper. This is a little pocket. Let me get closer. A little journal and a tiny, tiny little pencil. Yes, that's right. little pencil. I think that's so cute. Okay, little flip up here. Try to get through it. A little paper doll here with a little flip up here. Little envelope. This does have a little piece of writing paper that goes in that envelope. A little miniature cabinet card. An article. Little pocket with a few little things in it. Little flip over cabinet card picture with like I put little gesso in it too. Yeah. And here's a little craft room table with a little butterfly. And the other side of the envelope with another pull-out piece of paper, piece of little mini washi, and here's a little miniature pinwheel. It has a bunch of little glossy accents, a little glassy glitter, chunky glitter on it. Put that down in that pocket so it doesn't fall out. We're going to set this aside. Let's open this up. Yeah, she's going to spring out very wide. Okay, I put this canister thing here just so I can have something to lean it against. And I'm hoping that works. Yeah, somewhat. Okay, we open it up here. I'm gonna move it over. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, here's the little doll. And I made her. And I used this, it's just leftover packaging. Piece of Velcro closes it from either side. And there's really pretty fabric, if you can see that back there, that I put on there, and a doily and an applique, and lots of pretty trim up here. And here she is. I just pictured her as like a little princess, and I braided her hair. Let's see if we can get a better look. She's got a dress here. She's holding this little glass ball. Yep, there we go. Anyway, she does move somewhat, but it's not a toy. It's just for decoration, but to be moved around a little bit, she's fine. She's got a little crown on there. Okay, let's put her back. And we're just gonna close her in here. This is from a bunch of vintage doll postcards. I'm sure it's like a reproduction thing. Here it is, 1985. Isn't she pretty? Really liked her. There's more of the applique here in the pocket that I've made here. And I've done a lot of sewing in this as well. And there's a little card. And this is just some scrapbook paper that I used. Put the little door here and a picture behind it of two Victorian girls with their dolls. You know, I say doll theme, and there's a lot of pictures of girls with dolls and stuff in here, but really, as I was making it, I was thinking, what are these girls doing with the dolls? You know, like, how do they play with them? First, it was, you know, going into the shop, maybe perhaps their mothers or their aunts or whoever took them into a very fancy shop, and that's where they chose the dolls, and they imagined and played with them after with what they got. And that's what I was thinking of. Here are some pockets here. I put a tag here, tag, a postcard, a couple postcards. And I just backed them with some pink cardstock. Journal card here, sewing here. Here's a paper doll here. And again, I'll put the every place I can remember that I got something from, and I'll have you take a look. I honestly, I put all of my things together, and sometimes I just don't remember. But I try to look them up in my purchases and find out, but it's not specific. I'll just list all the names, and it's for everybody to go look and see. Here's this really pretty trim here. I've attached this notebook here. You can unattach it. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm gonna try though. Here, excuse me, watch out. We're gonna get a little There we go. Okay, so I made this here, and it just has some papers in there for writing. Again, you can detach it from that. Also, I did the back a little bit because I really liked the way that laid. Another paper doll here. I'm gonna open it up this way. I hung a tag here. I backed it with some scrapbook paper. This is just a half sheet and an angel charm there. I thought of it as an angel doll, and then just put some ruffle and stuff on that. Here's your flip over here, 2 flips, little things in here, tags and tickets and journal cards, and little pocket here. On this side, I have this side of a hair clip that's been altered, and really pretty paper. Here are some paper dolls that I'm including in this, and I didn't want to attach them anyway because I wanted whoever to get this to be able to play with them. Here's the other side of this hair clip and a dangle here. Let's put her back there. But let me show you this page. This is all vintage and new laces. This is a new rosette here, or flower. But there's a lot of vintage laces on that page. And you know, I just thought of maybe putting some pins and stuff on there. That would be pinning some doll clothes or whatever. Here's a flip over here, a check here, a copy of a check, I have a vintage check, did some decoupage here. Here's a paper clip that I've altered with this little picture of this doll here, and put another little charm on there, pink charm, another postcard, and you'll see those throughout. And, you know, I've even added a little bit of gesso here with the pieces, and this is what I do in my books. I reinforce where the holes are there. Here's some coffee dyed paper with design here. I put 3 hearts with some embellishment here on each part of the roses, and some just little things in there, little tickets. I made this page here in this shadow box frame. A little girl reading to her puppy. There's a doll here. Put this here, some ripped wallpaper in the back. Added this stamp here of this chandelier, and these just hang down loosely, which I thought was really pretty with the backdrop. If you flip it up and out, you can use the back to note something on, but here I put an area of gesso, so you could add some writing on that. Little piece of velvet down here. Let's get the whole page. And we're just gonna move that out of the way now because I don't think it's helping much. Sorry for the noise. And here we have a flip over, some trims and laces here, a little glassine bag that's been folded up, made a little pocket here. These are like all the little accessories for this doll here. Just use the directions to put it together, and there's clothing there and a little doll. And here's a pretty paper here, and it tucks in this. And here we have Enchanted Dollhouse. So I imagined the doll, you know, or the little girl playing with a little dollhouse. I do leave the ends so they're up a little bit there. This has a wood button that's been embellished, glossy accents. I made the roof, a little butterfly right here, a little piece of Velcro, a little pocket here that I will put something in. And then here I made this little window blinged out with the diamond thing. Same with the door. The door has the door shape and all the bling, and then it's just tied with a piece of sari ribbon and a little key charm on that. And you open it, and it is a little girl's room. And here's a horse, a little doll over here. Oh, got a little fuzz there. A rug, a little bed. There's little butterflies here flying. I did some decoupage across here and used this trim and the flowers. On this side, I have 2 pieces that of a vintage toy catalog. So in pink parchment, I printed them on, and that just sticks in their belly band. And I put that behind this clip that I've curled the ends here. And this is a, let's use this. There we go. This is a charm of a little, to me it was a doll hanger. I put a little bling on that and put, it's a little teddy bear, little charms here and here, a little dress and a little cupcake shop. And behind that, I just did a little, put this little dollhouse image, girl in dollhouse. And then in this one, put a little ribbon, a little bow with a little bling rhinestone. Oh. Little embroidered flowers, and you open this up. There we go. Got 2 windows, and this is a little table that folds up, and you undo this, and it is a little mini kitchen that folds this way when you're folding it up, and then you just bend it that way. This has a little fridge and a little chair, and I put that little doll on there, and you can set it up like this. So it's a little scene, little doll scene. Isn't that cute? I believe it's Art Impressions. Art Impressibles. I'll put it in the description box. But that usually folds in there, but because I reinforced it all, of course I did. I made it a little thick, so I just tied a little ribbon around it, or a little string around it. Okay, open this up. This is an actual junk mail envelope that I have altered completely. Glossy accents, little sparkle on all the butterflies. Sorry ribbon here. And I just put some journal cards in there, and the back is finished as well. This has a little cute little, to me it was a little cute little dollhouse type thing. Adorable. Did some stamping, some sewing, another journal card here, this castle. Lots of things to investigate in this. Pretty papers. Some more. This is another doll with outfits and dresses, which are really pretty. I will put a bag. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Okay. I have a bag of like extras that are not cut fully, but I am gonna give my off-cut type things, and I've got some tags in here and just other pieces for some extra dolls. This will come with the journal. A little applique here. I did decoupage here, and on this glassine envelope. Let's take this out. Look at that dress. Isn't it gorgeous? It was, I know I'm going to say it wrong, Dolls, but I know it was a reproduction book, I believe, of all the paper dolls. And there's just a glassine envelope that I've decoupaged there. Okay. The dress is quite big, but I don't want to rip it, so we're just going to leave it like that for now. I made a pocket here with this beautiful image of this girl with her doll, a couple journaling tags. Well, this is a journaling tag here. And this I've just altered a playing card. And I just thought that was super cute with that little girl. So those can go back in there. And this is, it says tea time on it here. And it says you're invited. So this is like a little tea party. Here's another butterfly that I've put on there with this little cupcake with a little bunny doll on there. And here's a pocket with some few extras in there. I paper clipped a few extras here. A copy of a vintage receipt for cookies and cakes. And here's another tea party scene, a little cupcake, rhinestone. And I made this little stick pin here of this tea kettle, and here's this card, journaling card that I put together with another little doll on it. picture of a doll. There's a little bakery image with this little girl, with little sweets. This side has a journaling card that I backed with scrapbook paper. Another one of those postcards with the vintage doll. And here is a teacup that I've cut out this little cupcake here, and that just fits in the slit. Some vintage stationery in blue there. I did some stenciling here, a piece of washi tape. Here is another altered junk mail stuff. Here's a little vintage Victorian image. Well, it's a digital. Here I made this with all these little pink charms. It's all silver and pinks. And there's a window there, and I just tied it with this eyelash trim. We're just going to slip it out the bottom. And that opens up. You can put a picture in here. I really liked the paper that I backed it with, so I kind of left it like that. Put a little pocket in here with this image. Made a little booklet with lots of paper. And that is the back. And on this clip, I made this domino, and she has a little crown of little flowers, and I put little glass beads there, put some bling along the sides. In the back, I did some embossing and some coloring, and I thought it turned out really pretty. That is one of the vintage doll image. So let's put that back on here. Obviously, you can move this anywhere in the journal, or whoever gets it. Here's a little tuck with this little dress. I put a little, I backed it on, oops, there we go. Backed it on scrapbook paper, but it still can still have areas to write on there. Little flower there. And let me see if I got to the center. Yeah, all the centers have little hearts. I just tied them and put this little tiny hearts with a little bit of glitter on them. This is one of the bags, and I used a theme of all these girls that I got, these digitals. And this is decoupaged foley, and it just makes, as many of you know, makes glassine bags just so thick and sturdy, and just, I love the feel of them after. But I decoupaged on the back. I did a lot of glass beading here with glitter, some rhinestones, this little image of this girl. And inside this one, I put a vintage image of these girls here. It's on a vintage postcard. I just thought it was really fitting. And that has that image on back. Again, lots of trims, lots of bling, lots of thicker glitter on there. Created this tag from a masterboard that I had. Put an image of vintage doll. Put this little, these are one of those mini CD envelopes. Made this little journaling card here with a unicorn. This has a lot of the beading and stuff around this. And Pearl X as well. Now this is the center for this. Again, I have the, excuse me, the hearts on here. And I just did some decoupage. I did some distress oxides on it. This is Land of Make-Believe. Again, the ends are not fully glued down. There's beading and glass on here and here as well. Lots of sparkle, lots of glossy accents in diamond glaze. And there's a tag there that has some bling on it. Made this little pocket from some vintage music sheet, and it says Waltz of the Blue Fairy. And then I put that little doll there and did up her wings and put some extra butterflies on that. I just love the way that turned out. Here's another one of the other side of the bag anyway. Another image of this girl here that I did some sewing around, glass beading, rhinestones, again decoupage, and it's nice and thick. Inside this one is an image of this girl, vintage postcard. This is a copy of a picture, and this is a copy of a vintage receipt for boots and shoes. This is from the 1900s, yep, 1904. So I thought the colors really went well. There's the other side with the girl here. And like I said, there's lots and lots of bling and decoupage and glitter. A couple more of those postcards of the vintage dolls. And I put another belly band here and made this blue charm to go with it. Blue ticket, more of that stationery, and just a couple little hearts here. It's a vintage digital that I've blinged up in all the little flower areas. Nice pink parchment paper, a little tuck spot with a few little goodies here. A little tag here on this ruffle. Here's some more of that pretty paper, little applique or here, and I've altered another one of those hair clips on each side and put this little bluebell, and I added that little ball to it. I just thought that was really pretty. There's an envelope that I have put the insert, put a little girl on that with holding her little doll, and a whole slew of little tickets that I've stapled together. Thought that would be super fun. And we'll just clip it back on. It's like one of those little paddles that I've altered. Okay, the pretty paper here. Another little digital here that I've cut out a little section and put little tags and stuff in this. Here's some vintage lace, little glitter. Here is, I believe it's cabbage dyed. It's like a purpley blue, periwinkle maybe. I put a little paper doll right here, little washi and a heart. Another tag here of this little dress on this ruffle. And inside this envelope, picture of this little girl here and another vintage postcard. Look at that chair. Goodness. Okay, that's the other side of this pocket I've made. And here is another prompt of Let's Play Dress Up. And again, it's all glammed out. The edges are not fully down. I actually cut out, so I had this digital of this mirror, but I cut out the center and put its actual mirror paper, so there is going to be somewhat of a reflection. Made this little pocket here with a little journal tag in it. And in this, I've made this trunk so it can open. She came with the same group of paper dolls. And isn't she adorable? And I put little fabric, little tulle in there. There's a little hat and a little clothing for this doll. I think there's two pieces here. So she comes with her own little wardrobe in there for the Let's Play Dress Up. And I just put her in there like this. Here. There. It's not. There we go. That's better. Okay. Open this up. I have a heart tag here, or a journaling card, and that just flips up. There's the little tuck. I've made these 3 envelopes here with tags in them. Just did some sewing and some ruffles, little gesso on them, and all the pretty colors. So each one comes with a little tag there. This one's vintage style. And this is empty for your own prompting. Vintage style at the bottom. And this is handmade. Another paper clip here. Just added a little thing to it. A little tag. And this is the birthday part of the journal. And this envelope just reminded me of little party hats. So I took my stickles, different colors, and I dotted each top. And that's just a coffee dyed envelope, a nice big one. And I just have various things in it. And I also included a copy of this This is from a book I own. This is Dolly Town. And it's got a little poem at the bottom. A partial part of the poem, but it looks like it's fine. It's got a little doll over there. Pink paper and a copy of the receipt. So that just fits in there. So this is the birthday party that all the little girls brought their dolls to. There's a little tag with a doll on it. And here's an image of an art doll, which I just fell in love with. And here I've just altered this tag, put a stamp on it. And that just fits up there. Turn the paper here. There's a little girl here in the paper. I've embellished the balloon, added this horse here and a cake, and this little merry-go-round, and that flips up for writing or pictures. And this is the center of this. Again, some hearts. I've added this tag here. This is an actual tuck. I think I'm going to stick a little something up in there, but it'll be a surprise. And I've made these pockets. These are some of the Tyvex that I've altered and played with and did a little art thing with. And they're all blinged out and all in the colors of these images and of the book theme. And that's another image. This one's pretty thick. I've backed it with cardstock. I've made these balloons here out of hearts. And I strung them with this baker's twine, this pink and white baker's twine, and just clipped them off to the side, which can be undone. There's a little charm here, pink bow and a pink rose, and she just comes out there still. She's a little bit more flexible. She's on some photo paper, and I've done some sewing on there, but she fits nicely in that, and she can be just tucked up in there like that. And here I've put another image of another art doll. Here's a copy of a vintage receipt from 1897 for brooms, plain and fancy whisks and toy brooms. Put a little heart here with a piece of a vintage handkerchief. This is totally shiny and blingy. I don't know if you can see it. A decoupage pocket that I've made. I've put little extenders on the inside to make it a little thicker. This is a bookmark that I made. Put little pom-poms on it, lots of little trim. Embellish the top a little. Can be written on the back. And that's just another, it's a glassine envelope that I've decked out here. And here is a, let's not lose our place. And here's another little, I put this little fuzzy on the bunny part. And this is a tucked. And this opens up. And there's little balloons. I've added, almost looks like little sparkles that you put on, not sparkles. Oh goodness. Anyway, on ice cream. And you open this up. And it's a birthday party. So that folds out just like the other ones, and that folds out like that. I had to back them all because to me when you start doing the die cuts, and I had to color it all, and I added little pieces of sparkle and embellishments and glossy accents. I just didn't want it to fall apart because it just, you know, the paper breaks easily. So I made the little windows, added the little hearts in the back. So that would be like this. Can I get it? There we go. A little birthday scene. Okay, so tuck these in, and that fits under that. And that one did close on its own. All right, where were we? Over here. So put this bookmark back and this back here. Little dress here on the ruffle with the little rhinestone embellishment there. And the little pom-poms. I just strung them with some embroidery cloths. And here's the entertainment portion. I made this little, okay, I made this little puppet from a paper doll, and the digital paper doll digital. Cut him out and her out, and I put little embellishments on it, put the strings on, and put it up and around the little theater box for a little marionette entertainment at the birthday party. And here's a big pocket with another paper doll and outfits. Added this image here. Created this. There's the little pinwheels. This is like one of those stuffed bags. They were so popular before, and I absolutely love them. So I folded this up, made some pockets. This is just a sticker that I've hardened and put some bling on it. This is a balloon animal. You can see that little dog. Well, I could take that out, couldn't I? Anyway, journal card, and then the little balloon animal from the birthday party. And here's some more postcards that have been backed on pink cardstock, and a little file folder. And she's got a little pinwheel that I have put on there. And in this pocket, I've made this big journaling card here. Put this butterfly on it, and some tatting and some vintage lace, and put it on the postcard. And then I've made this pinwheel. I believe it was G who does those, but I made that and I just embellished it. It's got the little balls and the thick glitter and glossy accents. And there's the back. It does not move. It's just for looks. And that just fits back there. It folds open. There's another pocket with some journaling cards in there. Pretty images, just a little decoration. I've hung this little card on here. There's a little vintage girl here that I've embellished, and I've put the back on there, made a little pocket with a few little goodies in it. And this flips up. So I'm going to put her back in that paper clip. Here's another pocket. Pretty piece of an applique here. Pretty image there. And there's this other pocket. Here's this vintage greeting card, little postcard. And I'll let whoever gets it read that. It looks like 1913. Maybe. Pretty paper here. And here's the very back. I did not glue down all the edges like my other things I do. Here's a pretty trim here. Here's a big image of a tea party. I just thought it was great. I loved it, so I printed it. I'm adding that to it. Oh, look, she's got lots of glitter on her. Here's the back pocket. Again, a piece of that pink applique, the white doily trim up here, applique down here, and the pocket. This is vintage lace here that I've added to this pocket. And this is an actual card from 1990. Oops, 1990. And if you open it up here, you actually get the doll. So she is the doll to be cut out, and that is her clothing there. And I thought that was really neat, and I'm going to add that there. And that is the back again. Okay, well, thank you for sticking around and watching this, and keep an eye out for that grungy journal. I've started it already, so it should be just within the next couple of weeks. All right, and I'll do a couple of tutorials on things. If you have any ideas, suggestions, go ahead and leave me a comment of what you would like me to show you. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.